Hello everyone, this is Otaku Showboat, and it is December, which means it is time yet again to say thank you to all of my wonderful patrons on Patreon, as well as all of my wonderful erudite otaku members of the channel. Thank you all for your continued support and helping me stay caffeinated as well as stay fed. uh, it helps. Everything helps. It's not enough, but thank you for everyone who has been helping me and supporting the content thus far, regardless. We're going to work on making it enough, shall we? Let's make that perfectly clear. The theme for the day today is coming up with ways of making the support be enough by increasing the number of people on my channel watching the content and helping to support it. So that'll be part of the theme. But first, November. What has happened in the month of November? What sort of content progression has there been? I started streaming on YouTube in November. That is a rather big change. I am very glad I did it. And memberships are enabled. Obviously, all of my wonderful erudite otakus, you can become a member right now just by hitting that great big blue join button down below the video. However, I wish my internet was behaving properly. The upload rate has been trash since pretty much the entire month, actually. I have been fighting with my internet connection, trying to get a proper upload rate this entire time, and what I've ultimately decided is that we're going to have to continue to stream in 720p at a lower bitrate that falls within the realm of possibility for my internet to not have dropped frames. I'd rather have a smoother experience, and you would rather have a smoother experience, I would imagine, without drop frames and stuttering and skipping and all of that stuff that can happen when the internet is not behaving properly. What you did say, though, is that you would rather have the frame drops and stuttering than have a pre-recorded video done through the YouTube Premiere system. So that was a poll that I put out when I was very frustrated with my upload rate the Sunday after Thanksgiving, and I'd canceled the stream for that day because of it. I just wanted to know, hey, if I record a 3-hour video of Space Angels, basically, and set it up as a premiere during a regular stream time and was in the chat and there, would you prefer me doing that, or would you just prefer the stream at really low quality frame dropping, etc.? And overwhelmingly, the vote was stream with frame dropping. Okay, sure. So we're still doing that for the time being, and I anticipate that the internet will improve come January. Hopefully. Maybe a bit longer than that. It really depends. Unless Cox decides to upgrade the network infrastructure for my area during this month, I don't see there being much of a change to the overall upload rate between now and then, even if I try to change my service to something else in the meantime. I don't really think that the business service is going to be in the works for the time being. There have been changes to everything, like with my grandmother's house. That's been an ongoing thing. The sale of my grandmother's house was supposed to have closed like a few days ago at this point, but it didn't happen because there was a problem with the title of the home. My grandfather's name was on the title. Apparently, it did not seamlessly transfer to my grandmother after he passed away because of the way that the title was worded. It's really weird. Apparently, there has to be an entire probate process done for my grandfather who passed away in 2012, February 2012, in order to get the title placed into my uncle's name as an executor of the estate, at a cost of $700 to become the executor, as well as $500 to start the probate process for my grandfather. On top of the 2000 that started the process for my grandmother, and the 700 to become the executor of my grandmother's estate. And then the title needs to be updated to reflect that, which could take 3 months. And then closing can happen. It's great times, isn't it? Great times. Don't you just love being put in these types of situations? Yeah. So there's that. At least the estate sale's done, and the house is actually cleaned out. We don't have to worry about that. The house is in a sellable state now. It can be transferred. It's just this technicality thing with the title that needs to be fixed before the sale can actually happen. Before any transfer can happen. I mean, I think this would still be a problem even if the house was going to be foreclosed upon. It's like this still is something that needs to be rectified and fixed with the title. I think just regardless of anything else. So yeah, about that. Now, how the title ended up in the state that it's in, gosh, at this point the thought is that it was set up in the way that it was set up in order to avoid a credit check for a mortgage for my grandmother, because her credit was worse than my grandfather's credit, and they wanted the biggest mortgage that they could get for the house. So they had it done in a way that would allow for that. I think that's what ended up being the situation there. And then they just didn't have my grandfather's name removed from the title after he passed away, because I guess they forgot. It was many years at that point of being in that house. They likely just forgot. Regardless, though, that is progressing, and it will eventually end. It shall eventually end, and we can move on with our lives at that point. So, the actual content in the month of November of what I have been doing. I mean, Space Angels has been continuing. Thus far, I've gotten into the chemical science pack territory. I could make purple science at any point. I'm working towards getting into leaching processes and making all of the acids that I need for the leaching processes to do the individual ore sorting available through leaching. As for Crastorio, at this point in time, I have actually finished recording Crastorio, and it will be going up at some point soon. It will be 80 episodes total, and as for what's following up with Crastorio, at this point, nothing concrete. I've not decided on anything that would end up following up Crastorio as a regular pre-recorded series. And the reason for that is because, well, I'm now streaming on YouTube, and it's been great. There's been lots of support there. And people have been coming out and chatting and all of that wonderful stuff. The Crastorio series was meant as a reward for YouTube for hitting greater than 1,000 subscribers and becoming a part of the YouTube Partner Program because of that. Meaning, it wasn't really meant to be something that was a permanent addition to the channel as a time slot for videos to go up. That was more reserved as like Patreon reward type things, but I'm completely rethinking at this point the entire system of rewards with Patreon, as well as with maybe bringing in more incentives for people to join as YouTube members, for example. Because now I have a nice indicator of this YouTube membership, which, the more members I have, the more emote slots I get. At 10 members, we'll actually get another emote slot. Hey, hit that great big blue join button to become a member if you already haven't done so. Haven't already done so, I should say. And yeah, it's just Patreon is a separate recurring support system for those who would like to support more. But I could do similar things by adding tiers of membership to the channel. But Patreon, you can support at whatever arbitrary amount you want to support at. You don't actually necessarily have to like support at specific tiers of support through Patreon. You can provide as much as you want, and you'll get the most relevant tier. You can join at the most relevant tier and but support more. It's just yeah. I don't know about having all of my rewards for making content locked behind number of people who are supporting on Patreon anymore. We shall see how that changes. I've been thinking about a lot of things recently, actually. But let's have a look at November and the stats on the YouTube channel over the course of November. Now, of course, I do have to not show the total revenue because of the contractual obligations to not disclose that. Rather unfortunate. I would love to talk about the actual revenue in here. What I will say is that as of the November amount, I should have crossed that payout threshold. So thank you all for allowing me to, for the first time ever, cross over that payment threshold with AdSense. Ultimately, Google AdSense is what it goes through, but it's just the total on YouTube. Like I'm pretty sure I can talk about any revenue from super chats and memberships, etc. I can't discuss the ad revenue because that's they want it kept confidential, like contractually. Can't talk about that, but what I can talk about is how in the month of November, I had 12,092 views. Not quite the highest of the entire year. This is December, so we can talk about the whole entire year in review. And I will try to have some sort of a graphic while I talk about this that will show what my stats are for the views and for the watch time, as well as subscriber counts that I see from my back end for the course of the year. What I will say is that the month of November, because I have started streaming in particular, this has meant that my watch time has gone way up in the month of November. I have broken 3,000 hours of watch time, I think for the first time because of this. For the first time in recent memory, anyway. Definitely did not come anywhere close to that in a given month in the month of in the year of 2019. That was absolutely not a thing that happened. Yeah, it's been real nice, the stats so far. Now, for the subscribers, November has also been the highest month of subscribers of the entire year thus far. We shall see what happens in December, but in November there were 56 subscribers. Like, wow, that is the most I've ever seen in a month for subscribers, at least for this year and last year, the year before that, etc. It's been the most 56. The next highest was 46 in January of this year for the months of this year. Now there were months like August that were 16, and there was October that was 22. So seeing 56 is surprising, and it's really, really nice. And the thing that I will say about the revenue is that it has been every month since getting into 1,000 subscribers has seen more income than the previous month, which is nice. It is on the right track so that eventually I can devote myself full time to creating the content that I want to create. That is the goal, anyway. I want to be able to live off of what I love to do, right? Everyone should have that as a goal in their life to be able to live off of doing the things that they love to do. And I happen to love making the content here for YouTube and doing streams for on YouTube now, and just presenting the gameplay that I am presenting. That I enjoy doing that. I would love to live off of doing that, and it's part of the way there. We are part way there. We are not there yet, though, which is why going into December, we are going to really, really, really start focusing and doing more to get there as soon as humanly possible. Depending on the type of content I make, that could be instant, or that can be many, 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 many more years before that would actually happen. Ultimately, it comes down to just my own personality and how I present the information, and the algorithm actually suggesting the videos to people and having it show up in search results, etc., 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 and people actually watching and sharing the videos. We shall see. Hello, Ollie. Welcome. Welcome to my monthly update vlog as you destroy my green screen. Thank you so much, Ollie, for clawing my green screen. Hi. How's the pretty boy? He's 8 months old, 8.5 months old. Pretty kitten. The pretty sleek kitten. I think better tutorial type videos will be on the agenda. As for like the game, I mean, clearly Factorio should be on that list. I'm thinking also potentially doing something for Genshin Impact, some types of videos for that. Tutorial-y type things, PSA type things, that are very key information that people should learn about and know about that game. Things like how bosses respawn on the map. You know, there are people who believe in Genshin Impact that the bosses that give you your Ascension material drops respawn daily. They respawn in 3 minutes after collecting their loot. It's not daily. It's a 3-minute timer. You can look at it and follow it in your adventurer's handbook. And you'll have to like leave the area and come back to the area that they spawn in. But after you've collected the loot, their timer counts down. It's something like 3 minutes. Like every time I go into the handbook after collecting the loot and teleporting somewhere else, it's under 3 minutes on the respawn timer. People don't know that. I didn't know that when I first started playing Genshin Impact. I didn't know that. I thought that they respawn daily. Surely these bosses respawn daily, right? That's because that's how it is in MMO games in general, or in games that have these types of world bosses. They would respawn not in 3 minutes, but daily, right? You would think it would be daily? No, it's not. You can fight the same boss multiple times as long as you have the resin to collect the rewards from them. If you don't collect the rewards, yeah, they'll respawn with the next server cycle on the new day. Hi, Ollie. He's still here. He's still here with his backside. That backside's gonna be on my shoulder soon. Ollie. Yes, that's that pretty boy. That's a pretty boy. So just things like that. Something shorter, I think, because while there is really good search volume in general for tutorials on YouTube, it's not helping that the tutorials that I have made thus far are like 40 minutes long. Plus, that doesn't help. I do fully understand a comment that I got a while ago on one of the now irrelevant tutorial videos on the Pi Suite, saying complaining that about how long it is. Just get to the point, etc. etc. So that can be improved. I will improve it. I will edit. I will get rid of pauses in my voice because I have these longer pauses when I speak because I actually think about what I'm trying to say and how to word what I'm trying to say in a coherent way. And I try to make a conscious effort to leave out the filler stuff. You can't get rid of it completely. It's just part of my natural speech patterns, but I try to at least make the attempt to not just fill voids with ums and ahs and oohs and etc. All of the various things. I have filler phrases that I'll use as well from time to time. But yeah, there's a filler. Yeah. Regardless, that's another filler. I can do better with the tutorials, and I would like to do so. As for different, better Pi Suite tutorials, we'll see. I don't really know if I'm willing to go quite that far. Maybe some Crastorio tutorials. Maybe some base game Factorio tutorials and some Genshin Impact tutorials, because that's the game that I'm currently playing off screen. Just not anything else. But speaking of which, I would like to do more Genshin Impact content. That's just like my own executive decision. I would like to do more Genshin Impact content. There's various things. Like, I would like to start an account as like my content account in Genshin Impact. I have an account right now that is at adventure rank 43. It's the highest I've gotten in adventure rank. It's got Klee and Tartaglia Child and catching on it, and something else. What other 5 stars? Jean. Jean, catching, Klee, and Child on that account as 5-star characters. And I have every character at 4-star except for Razor and Chongyun and the new character that they added on the banner. So this new banner that they have out right now to wish on, I don't have any of the characters on that banner on that account. I know how many characters I've gotten off of that banner thus far in this since it launched yesterday when I used some wishes on it that I had access to at the time. 0. I have not gotten anything yet on that banner, but I don't have anything on that banner, so I'm guaranteed something within 20 wishes, which I think I can get 20 wishes at least by the end of the banner in I think it's a 3-week banner this time, to coincide with the release of the next update 1.2, which is going to be the day after my birthday on the which is going to be the 23rd. So my birthday is the 22nd of December, in case you were not aware. I am turning 30, the great big 30, on the 22nd of December. We are just 20 days away as of this recording from my wonderful big birthday, milestone birthday. Gosh, it'll be interesting starting up a new decade of life. I'll be 30. Ah, what have I been doing with my life? I wonder. I really wonder sometimes. But I'm doing what I enjoy doing, and I'll take that over anything. I will take enjoying what I'm doing over anything else. And I've definitely been enjoying what I'm doing, and I want to keep doing it going forward. So, I will also be streaming that day because it is a Tuesday. So there you go. I will be streaming on my birthday, the 22nd of December. I will be turning 30. And of course, Christmas is that following Friday. I will stream on Christmas Eve as per usual. That's my normal stream day for the Thursday, 24th, and I'll be streaming on the Sunday after. There's no reason to change anything in regards to my streaming schedule because of holidays here at the end of the year. And then New Year's is exactly 1 week after Christmas, so again, there's no problem around the New Year's time frame in regards to ending streams. So long as my internet upload rate is fine. That's the only caveat here, is my internet upload rate has to be reasonable enough to have a consistent stream. So, with that, folks, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff down below. You can hit that great big blue join button to become an erudite otaku and turn that blue button gray, as well as support me on Patreon, joining these wonderful folks who I am thanking every month at patreon.com/otakushowboat. Both of those methods, by the way, are recurring support, just to keep that in mind. Streamlabs, I have a link to Streamlabs for any singular one-time support. We also have super chats enabled during live streams. If you want to hang out on live streams, throw a tip through a super chat, that's available too. Lots of ways to help to support the continued production of the content going forward. And I will, of course, see you all in January.